Economic Community of West African States, Ecowas, and the National Anti-Corruption Institution in West Africa, Naciwa, have forged a united front against the raging anti-graft war in the region. The two groups disclosing this position in Abuja on Monday at the 5th Annual General Assembly said there was need to fight the hydra-headed corruption in the region as it has entrenched bad governance and hindered development in the region. Speaking at the meeting, the chairman, Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC Professor Bolaji Owashonoye, and the chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Abdulrasheed Bawa, said that corruption was a significant contributory factor to Africans' underdevelopment. The duo noted that the formation of Naciwa was a concerted effort to create the required synergy in combating corruption and its associated ills.
I did indicate that West African states are fragile. That fragility is made worse by several other factors. Political instability in member countries, the insecurity across the sub-region, poor governance structures, weak rule of law, and then, of course, corruption. Now, as you know, that corruption is a push factor for all of these elements within the sub-region, so which makes it much more imperative for us to work together, especially given the high mobility of illicit financial flows, light arms, drug trafficking, human trafficking, all of the factors that lead to weak states that we need to work together. No single agency, either in country or out of country, can work on this alone. So this is what we are trying to demonstrate by the conversation we hope to have here in the next 2 days.
It has to do with international cooperation. We need to cooperate with one another. It's a borderless crime that we are looking at almost on a daily basis, issues of money laundering across the shores of this country. And that is why Naciwa was formed in the first instance, and that is why we are here for the 5th Annual General Meeting to be able to deliberate and cooperate with one another, to share intelligence, to share information. And that is the essence of the meeting today, and that is what we hope to achieve. We also hope to achieve election of the new executive of Naciwa. Gone are the days with this kind of association whereby somebody can take away resources belonging to his country and take it to another country. So all around the world is a global trend that nations or anti-corruption agencies must cooperate with one another. From UNCAC to Ecowas Protocol to African Union Convention on corruption, all these documents have emphasized the need for international cooperation, and that is why we are here also today.
The president of Naciwa, while declaring the General Assembly open, poured praises on the EFCC and the ICPC for its doggedness in the fight against grafts in Nigeria despite the recent global challenges.
We are very grateful that we are here today to continue the work that we are asked to do, to deliberate on issues, to look into the challenges, to come out, go down, deep down, and come up with solutions that can continue to help the transparency framework and space in West Africa.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs and other guests at the occasion agreed that corruption is a major challenge for development in Africa, which must be addressed.
The government of Nigeria has always demonstrated commitment to the efforts at promoting the development of Africa, and especially the West African sub-region. And this has always been a core part of our foreign policy. This is amply demonstrated in our strong contribution to the formation of the Economic Community of West African States, Ecowas. And also Nigeria's very strong role in the creation of the Organization of African Unity, the OAU as it then was, and now the African Union. Nigeria was also one of the driving forces for many, many years until we achieved success about 3 or 4 years ago in pushing through at the United Nations General Assembly the promotion of international cooperation to combat illicit financial flows and strengthen good practices on asset returns for the sustainable development.
I must particularly commend His Excellency General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, GCFR, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as well as his other peers and brother head of states and government for their leadership, dependable support, and constructive guidance to the Ecowas Commission, which has enabled the Ecowas Commission to perform its mission and, in particular, advancing the promotion of democracy and good governance in the region. Allow me to also use this opportunity to commend the steps taken by various member states' government towards making the culture of transparency, accountability, and integrity entrenched in the governance process in the region.
According to these experts, if all stakeholders rededicate themselves to the ideals and purpose of the Anti-Graft network, corruption that has become a common enemy would be easily defeated, as billions of dollars are lost to corruption every year in most African countries. But with support and funding for anti-graft agencies, trust and confidence will be restored. Annie T. Patrick, Core TV News, Abuja.